Recently, a combination of two large dramas in the YouTube sphere clashed, with those being slop content and MrBeast. When YouTuber Soggy Cereal put out a critical video on low-effort drama content, he included an entire section dedicated to talking about Dogpack404 and the web's coverage of the MrBeast situation. And when Dogpack caught wind of this, it caused them both to go to Twitter and start up a feud, along with, towards the end of this video, MrBeast himself having his first interaction with Dogpack404. And the internet had a lot to say about it. To start, we'll play a short 1-minute section of Soggy Cereal's video to give you an idea on some of the criticisms towards Dogpack.
But with every video that is well researched, there are hundreds that are somehow double their length, containing nothing but misinformation or willfully ignorant statements. And there is no better example than with the MrBeast and Dogpack404 drama, where every slop channel jumped on like flies on a turd. A dog bag stirred, filled with lies. Now, I don't expect these guys to throw away their entire lives for 4.5 weeks investigating everything Dogpack404 has said and done to gather the information out of which you can easily conclude he is actually a MrBeast obsessed, disgruntled employee fired for creepy and unprofessional behavior towards female and male co-workers while trying to scam the MrBeast company he worked at and now slandering them, constantly contradicting himself online, and hastily tries to cover his tracks whenever caught. But can you at least do like the bare minimum of research?
Then, Dogpack took to Twitter to respond to this, and he included a screenshot from Soggy's video which appears to be possibly a Discord message or some kind of document that includes a list of allegations against Dogpack. Now, since Soggy himself didn't read the entire thing, rather just flashed it on screen, here is what it says. It starts off saying, Dawson Dogpack404 seemed like a very good employee at the start, but he quickly started showing weird/disrespectful behavior. During his first 2 weeks at the company, still on trial period, he quickly became extremely disrespectful toward his manager, even called him stupid and that he was better than them. Never listened to him. He literally told the prep meal chef that his food was shit and he should cook better. Again, this was during his first week at the company. He also made multiple weird/inappropriate/disrespectful jokes towards colleagues, such as, we should do a 1,000 boobs transplant video, stuff that creeped out co-workers, all within the first 3 weeks of working there. Dawson wanted the company to buy him an Apple Vision Pro. 2 weeks after the release of the Vision Pro, higher up himself tested it and thought it was overrated after trying it out. Dawson told the manager to buy it for him because he drove to Greenville instead of letting him fly there, even though they offered a flight in multiple times, and it was agreed beforehand that the manual car drive Dawson insisted on taking instead was not going to be compensated. Dawson's reason to buy him a $3,500 headset, while not even having worked there for a week, was watching SpongeBob in the metaverse, which, again, for someone trying to paint the MrBeast company as unprofessional, this was completely unprofessional behavior. Eventually, he said it was for switching tabs, which would save him some time. Again, he only worked there for a week on trial period, and wanted the company to spend $3,500 to switch tabs slightly more efficiently. He knew who his managers were, manager and higher up, and they both denied his request. Dawson went behind both higher up/managers' backs to HR and told them, I drove here, didn't use any company funds. I need the Vision Pro or I'm gonna quit. They said no. Dawson claims the entire company would get Apple Vision Pros. This is not true. They didn't think it was a good product. He messaged a bunch of people in IT via Slack. I need an Apple Vision Pro. I work in ideation. I need it. IT didn't know it was declined and they bought it. Dawson kept texting/stalking them after the purchase on a daily basis. Is it in yet? Eventually, when it arrived, managers realized Dawson went behind their backs to misplace company funds. All this within his first 2 weeks of working there after being hired via Reddit because he was a MrBeast fan. Dogpack then responds to parts of this section by saying, Soggy Cereal tries to cook me for pushing false allegations, which I've addressed. Then he pushes this anonymous screenshot, presumably from a current MrBeast employee, as fact. I, quote, literally told the prep meal chef his food was shit. This is a blatant lie. Did you think to maybe reach out to Andy, the prep meal chef, to ask him about this? Is there any evidence to any of these claims? I did have some ideas for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, since I was told to come up with viral philanthropy ideas, but painting this as creepy? Really? This is extremely tame compared to what Jimmy and Ava were putting in work group chats, sometimes with minors. Care to mention anything about those messages, Soggy Cereal? I mean, if we're criticizing an idea for a breast cancer awareness video, look at MrBeast's most recent TikTok. It literally references a viral meme about an innovative job technique. That video is targeted at children. My idea was targeted at my male manager. Also, he conveniently doesn't show the video where Mac is referred to as a contestant while he was actually working at the company. Total hypocrisy. Dogpack continues saying, this contestant, not friend, not employee. They were clearly trying to frame it as if he was a random person, and this wasn't part of his compensation. How is the guy who called Eric out for faking videos defending MrBeast? I'd love to see you try to defend him faking philanthropy at Soggy Cereal, and then attaches this part of MrBeast's video featuring Mac.
Trap, which is just one of many traps we built. And for every trap this contestant survives, he wins $100,000. But if
Johan replies, part 3 or we don't care. GGR replies, watched Soggy's vid. He tried the same method Chucky did, focusing on the small claims to discredit you. Jesse says, he exposed Eric but not MrBeast. Yeah, he trying to be on MrBeast's good side. Angelface Peanut replies, says he won't cover the MrBeast situation because of uncertainty and refutability, runs with the claim that you mismanaged company funds without doing any deeper research to confirm it. My face went investigative integrity. GIF unrelated. Okay, wait, this video keeps getting funnier. He talks about slop drama creators who spread misinformation while barely doing any real research, and then brings up Turkey Tom as if he hasn't done the exact same on numerous occasions. Hypocrisy so layered, you'd think KSI was behind it. GGR replies, I liked this part of the video. Soggy, MrBeast didn't fake his 7 days stranded at sea challenge. Also Soggy, MrBeast and the crew didn't spend 7 days stranded at sea, but he didn't fake his videos. What? And then attaches this clip from Soggy's video.
unreal.
MrBeast fakes his own challenges? No. This confirms that you don't do any research, because if you had just reached out to any actual MrBeast employees, you'd know the head of safety made them get off of the raft for about an hour for their own safety because there was a lightning storm.
Dogpack quote tweets GGR and says, he literally confirmed they faked it. Also, how does he think I knew about them leaving the raft in the first place? I heard it first from my manager, and then confirmed it with another former employee, and then attaches a text message that says, can confirm that the boys left the raft during the storm for about 4 hours to stay on the production boat. Smaggle replies, bro, why are you so mad right now? Big Bungie says, I cannot believe that MrBeast would leave his raft in the middle of the ocean during a lightning storm. What a fake and a fraud. Ace replies, so did you want MrBeast to stay on a raft during a thunderstorm? Lamau, wasn't safety issues a huge part of your criticism? Josh replies, if you don't stay in the boat the whole entire time no matter what and not getting off of it, that's failing the challenge, and if you don't show that part and you say you did the challenge, then you're faking it. And Dogpack replies, facts. Jesse replies to Dogpack by saying, so are you gonna drop the 4th video or just keep fucking this up and cloud chasing like an asshole? Gamma quote tweets Dogpack and says, looks like Dogpack cares more about fake videos than legitimate crimes, since he spent most of his yap time on fake instead of criminals. I wonder how much of what you said is substantial. Oh, wait. And Dogpack responds, I'm responding to claims against me by another YouTuber at Soggy Cerealz. He never mentioned the criminals I exposed. Convenient thing to leave out if you ask me. Smaggle replies, the only criminal you exposed was LaKoya Hill. Delaware wasn't you, that was James Weddle. Chris Tyson wasn't you, that was Lava and Nathan. James Warren wasn't you, you were just wrong on that. And Gamma replies, Delaware wasn't even Weddle either. Ava and a few other guys exposed Delaware long before Weddle did. The difference is that there wasn't a million people paying attention to it when it happened. Credit can't even be given for that, at least not full credit. And Soggy responds to Smaggle and says, oh, and don't worry, even here there are receipts against Dogpack and against other people. And Smaggle replies, Soggy, you know we gotta do this to ya. Do you have any evidence besides testimony to the claims of Dogpack? And Soggy says, as with all my videos so far, I've only acted on verifiable evidence. And as I mentioned in this video, an in-depth video is coming, and it wouldn't be in-depth without irrefutable receipts. Dogpack then tweets out, is it theft when you do it, Soggy Cerealz? And attaches 2 images, one showing Brent Rivera, the master of plagiarism, from Soggy Cerealz channel, and the second showing that a YouTuber named Roman made a video called Why YouTube is Slop Now a month ago, and then 3 hours ago, Soggy Cerealz says slop content is ruining YouTube, and posted that on his channel. Nicholas Diorio says, lol dude what? Andy replies, packaging a video similar literally is not the same as stealing an entire video concept. And Ultim Peak says, bro is trying to get into drama to keep his whole MrBeast drama alive. Soggy Cereal replies, I literally show that guy's thumbnail in my video. Did you watch it? And Angel Face Peanut responds, bro, I'm a fan of your content, but it's weird to me that you respond to this tweet and not the other. Love the concept of your video, but I wish you had kept it to actual slop drama creators and not lumped Dogpack in with them, as if he has no supporting evidence for his claims. And Soggy replies, I didn't lump Dogpack in as a slop creator. I used his videos as an example of how dangerously fast misinformation can spread via slop channels that don't do research. Homo Aspian says, hey, at SoggyCereals, you're a hypocrite. Why is it bad for Airac to pre-record or go outside a line, but okay for MrBeast to say they stayed on the raft for a whole week when they actually failed the challenge by stepping off for a while, even if the reason was legit? Pick a lane, man. I'll even clarify that my lane is I don't care if videos designed for pure entertainment are exaggerated. The main thing I'm angry at MrBeast for is faking the extent of work they did on the hospital in the philanthropy video. Lying about charity is sick and fuck him for doing that. And Soggy Cereal replies, if the only reason Airac had to pause the challenge was because his head of safety forced him midway through because of a dangerous lightning storm, and then continued the instant it wasn't extremely dangerous anymore, I wouldn't have minded. However, he faked entire months of challenges that weren't necessarily dangerous. He lied about donating money to a struggling town during COVID, doxed someone, and almost made their tour guide lose their job. But yeah, that's 100% the same as being forced off a raft for about an hour for life-threatening reasons. And Lamusa replies, Dogpack literally said the reason they weren't on the raft was because they were on the production yacht, and then you went and tried to correct him by saying it was a boat. Literally either way would be a fail because they couldn't stay on the raft for the entire challenge. Soggy replies, Dogpack said, quote, you slept on the production yacht, end quote, and then in an Oompa interview, again insinuated that they spent the night on a luxurious boat. That is entirely different than being forced by head of safety to get off the raft for like an hour on day 4 because of a dangerous storm. And Lamusa says, you don't know that it was an hour because you yourself say that simply getting anonymous evidence from MrBeast employees doesn't prove anything. A single DM is not concrete enough evidence to say that they were only on there for 1 hour. And Dogpack responds to Soggy by saying, like an hour, you realize the MrBeast employee you're talking to could easily get the raw footage, right? Show proof or put the cereal in the bowl, bro. And he attaches this clip.
We're now stranded on a raft in the middle of the ocean. And there goes our boat. We are now stranded for 7 days.
Comments Cop responds to Dogpack and says, I don't know why you're trying to split hairs on how many hours it technically was when you already confirmed this is what happened. Spending a few hours on a boat for safety during a storm out of the total 7 days is hardly faking a video. I thought you were all about safety. And then attaches this tweet that we read earlier. And Lamusa replies, if children see that you did that with absolutely no hiccups, and then you also slept there in the rain and showed lightning on screen, and you still say you never left the raft, then yeah, that would definitely make some kid not understand the danger of lightning plus water. Dean also replies to Dogpack's original post saying that Soggy Cereal is copying people and says, Dogpack, most people are level-headed and can see through Soggy's BS. He's literally followed by MrBeast. Makes you wonder why. But you don't have to come here and start spazzing like this. You're making yourself look desperate and you're ruining your credibility. And Soggy responds, so let me get this straight. I'm ruining my credibility because of MrBeast deciding to follow me after I made and published this video? Again, how in any way could I control who Jimmy does and doesn't follow? And Dean says, I was referring to Dogpack, read it again. And Champster the Master quote tweets Soggy and says, who are these 10,000 MFs who liked your recent video? If you support this video, then you support KSI and the Lunchly crew. KSI is promoting this video by posting his recent Instagram posts. Most slop YouTubers literally have and show evidence of what MrBeast is literally doing, like promoting illegal lotteries to kids, promoting illegal gambling to kids, using an illegal gambling website, speeding 122 miles per hour on US 64 freeway in North Carolina, faking charity videos, faking his challenge videos, hiding P-words including Charles Jefferson aka Delaware, etc. because there's so much more things that he did. That came from Dogpack, Rosanna, Amazon workers, and others who spoke up. Have to give this video a dislike and give an L. You're literally saying Dogpack lied when you showed no proof that he lied. Dogpack actually showed well-researched real proof in his videos, made a correction post, and pinned comments about James Warren. The cease and desist that Dogpack shows that he got from Alex Spiro from Quinn Emanuel was real, and was confirmed by the Daily Mail. These slop channels are just recapping the situation to spread awareness to everyone. I do know there are some who are grifting the situation. Pegasus literally gives his opinion after when he literally said that it's his opinion, not statements. So you're saying that people can't have their thoughts about the situation? Why are you not saying anything about MrBeast? I feel like you're glazing the beast, bro. Also, you're doing the same thing, bro. Also, why are you not covering Charlie? Some things are missing in this vid, bro. And Dogpack404 responds, Soggy rode his high horse of investigative integrity and then took Chucky's word as fact. I at least have the integrity to call allegations allegations. MrBeast has security cameras all over Studio C. If they can find footage of me ever insulting the prep chef's cooking, I'll donate $1,000 to a charity of their choice. If MrBeast made the claims that Soggy did, like how I tried to steal from the company, my lawyer would be popping champagne and doing backflips. Easiest defamation case of all time. These stalking claims because I messaged IT asking if they had my order arrived didn't raise any red flags that the source might be a bit biased, not to mention the very obvious financial incentive that MrBeast has to paint me in the worst light possible. Incredible investigative work at Soggy Cerealz. JPEG Mecha says, aren't you this same guy who's a disgruntled employee that only worked at MrBeast for 3 weeks and thought you knew the inner workings of the entire company and your whole entire evidence against MrBeast is literally water cooler talk around the office? And Dorothy Boy says, shut the fuck up and stop trying to gaslight him into being quiet about the serious allegations that MrBeast still hasn't responded to. K After Dark says, Dogpack, you seriously need to let this one go. You are getting bogged down really hard in the thick of it. You need to keep your head held up and not let this shit get to you. Your credibility is very fragile, and if you react to every criticism, you are going to stumble and fall. Then Rosanna Panzino weighs in on everything, and unfortunately her tweet was deleted rather quickly, and I don't have an entire archive of it. I just have sections of it broken up into different parts like we're doing surgery here, so please forgive me, there's a bit missing, but her tweet starts off where she says, hey Soggy, I think many people are confused by your video for many reasons. One example that really stands out to me is you use a source who says at Dogpack404 behaved inappropriately because he asked several people within the company to order an Apple Vision Pro. How is that a, and then it's cut off, but there is an image attached here that basically lists off a bunch of different things, 27 different things that are the primary allegations against MrBeast. So I'm going to read these and then the rest of the tweet from Rosanna that we have. The image says, I wanted to make a list of the current MrBeast allegations, keeping it simple and concise to really show the scope of what he's doing. 1. Faking many videos. 2. Faking philanthropy videos with a deceptive editing to exaggerate / lie about their charity work. 3. Hiring a known SA offender. The victim was 11 years old in a management position and put in videos for kids. 4. Had lollipop child arts in the living room wall for months. 5. Kept Ava Chris Tyson on staff despite knowing his love for lollipop arts and inappropriate convos with minors on Discord. 6. Launching Lunchly, Lunchables ripoff, and calling it healthier, which is dubious at best. 7. Moving a known SA predator, LaQuia Hill, and keeping him in the company through multiple serious allegations. 8. Removing the no child labor label from Feastables. 9. Advertise Feastables as healthier and better for you, then change the ingredients after to be worse than Hershey's. 10. Illegal contest giveaways as described in Dogpack's videos. 11. No reimbursement for people who paid to put their photo on the moon. It never happened. 12. Mental and physical torture of contestants with no oversight. Jake Weddle. 13. Letting friends and family win big prizes while lying that they are strangers. Mac winning a car, for example. 14. NFT and crypto pump and dump rug pull scams to the fans. 15. Advertisers gambling to children across multiple videos, products, and websites. 16. Illegally gambles on Bust-A-Bit, also pressures friends and employees who gamble illegally on the same website. 17. In the past, he's admitted to underage gambling, street racing, running an illegal bong and dropshipping business, and more. 18. Intentionally cut corners on Beast games, leading to dozens of injuries and a lawsuit. 19. Insane moderation of his YouTube comments, TikTok, Facebook, Reddit, and more, possibly millions of deleted comments. 20. Begged people to buy merch so he could open a homeless shelter, never did, and plant trees, raised money separately for that, so the merch money never went to that. 21. Extremely toxic work culture, including racism, sexism, verbal abuse, etc. 22. Many of the 40 million sub shirt signatures being done by other employees when Jimmy claimed he signed every one, also forged signatures shown on camera. 23. The former employee Dan, who was fired after Ava and Jimmy and the crew allegedly made sex jokes about his young son, 4 to 5 years old, and he shoved one of the crew in response. Someone apparently went overboard. 24. Giving Adderall to employees per Trey Yates. 25. Putting up a job post for an AI artist and only changing the job title after backlash while leaving the job description mostly the same. Update also said in an interview that he uses AI for every step of the creative process. 26. Lying about donating all his money to charity / giving away all his money money / reinvesting all his money into his videos. This has been proven false time and time again, but he keeps saying it. And finally, 27, employed unpaid children to moderate things like their Discord and other tasks. Please let me know if I missed anything. I'm sure I did. I'm going to be adding to the list. And then again, unfortunately, the rest of the tweet is gone. There was no one I know who was able to archive it. So the rest I have here, she continues saying, the company to power through, no, but if you think that's a good policy, it's another reason people are upset with your coverage. It's very obvious that your source is either someone like Chucky or someone on MrBeast's payroll trying to get a message out. They're using you to do their damage control. I would have shown you the additional info we have if you just asked when you and I were talking. To me, your journalistic standards that you are apparently now preaching are falling quite short. Also trying to use Turkey, I've cheated on my girlfriend, cheating is part of being an adult Tom, to try and discredit Dogpack is a laughable stretch at best. Lastly, you choosing to attack Dogpack's character while ignoring many of the MrBeast allegations, see the attached image, which is what we just read, makes people feel like you have a double standard if you compare this to your coverage of Iraq, especially when you're saying you're making another video attacking Dogpack instead of addressing real allegations. Whatever talking points they're feeding you will not age well in the coming months. But after this tweet went up and was very quickly deleted, Rosanna and Soggy talked, and Rosanna put out this tweet saying, I have talked with Soggy Cerealz. I disagree with much of what he said in his new video, especially in regards to Dogpack, and in my opinion the points Soggy raised fall short compared to the very serious unanswered MrBeast allegations. However, at this time, I believe Soggy wants to cover the full picture and hopefully hear other perspectives in his next video. If that is indeed the case, I will respond then. I will continue to talk about all of this, and hopefully him and I can keep open communication. Cam replies to Rosanna and says, you conduct yourself like a vindictive ex-girlfriend. This isn't about holding Jimmy accountable. You're trying to settle a score, and anyone with an IQ above room temperature can see that. And Dogpack responds to Rosanna and says, I'm still going to be crashing out over this for the next month. Someone who brags about their investigative integrity should have gotten multiple perspectives before posting false allegations as facts. Even the IT guy, who I apparently stalked in an attempt to steal from the company, said he thinks I was wrongfully terminated. SoggyCerealz needs to issue a correction. And he attaches this clip.
But why did Dogpack do this? In my opinion, I think one part has to do with the fact that working there made him realize how shady some of MrBeast's tactics are. And the second part is, in my opinion, because he got wrongfully terminated.
And Margaret replies, the IT guy who worked there for 45 days and was let go for being unprofessional in the workplace thought the other guy who worked there for 21 days and got let go for unprofessionalism thought it was wrongful termination? Interesting. And Dogpack says, yeah, I think the IT guy is biased, as he feels he was wrongfully terminated as well, but Soggy acting like a MrBeast employee isn't biased is insane. William Axter responds to Dogpack and says, holy shit, if only you took down and made corrections outside of the read more on a YouTube comment. Jessica Pizzle says, bro, that's what you did. You were complaining about someone doing to you what you've been doing. How do you not see that? You have yet to fully retract your claims also. Nicholas Diorio responds, I just wanted to correct a statement I made about Dogpack404. I really messed up when I said, read more. And he also quote tweets Dogpack and says, you're asking someone to post a correction? My guy, what? And attaches an image showing what he was talking about, that the correction for James Warren is under the read more section of his pinned comments, where it says 9/5/24 Twitter update, and he says that he was most likely wrong about James Warren, and that he did not get a clear response. And Lord Yoshi responds, the fact that this guy has the audacity to ask for corrections when his James Warren video is still up is wild. Rules for thee, but not for me. The storyline continues when Drama Alerts tweets out the video that Dogpack sent to the company requesting the Apple Vision Pro, when they tweet out, MrBeast exposer / former employee Dogpack404 requested an Apple Vision Pro for productivity from MrBeast's company. Is this unprofessional? And attaches this clip.
Yo, I need an Apple Vision Pro for productivity. Like, I keep in mind, I drove here twice on my own dime, didn't take any money for relocation, no rental car, okay, 90 days, no rental car, that's worth an Apple Vision Pro, okay? This is not a negotiation. If I do not get my Apple Vision Pro, I will cry.
Then they follow up and say, more context to why Dogpack got fired, allegedly, and they attach this clip.
Although this was a very goofy way of asking for something so expensive, it was pretty typical behavior in MrBeast land. Alright, so I know what you're thinking. What do me, Sean, and Apple Vision Pros have to do anything? So I guess when Dawson asked me, he had already asked a couple people around the same time. This became an issue because a couple people said no at the same time that Sean said yes, and this meant that Dawson got his Apple Vision Pros. Now usually when mommy and daddy are arguing whether you get to have the new Apple Vision Pros or not, the parents tend to get mad at each other, the kid gets in trouble maybe, but nobody loses their job, Hopefully mommy and daddy still keep their jobs after this argument. But in MrBeast land, it doesn't work this way. So after a couple weeks of me trying to get Dawson's Apple Vision Pros with no update on the situation and a huge lack of communication between the different team leads and managers at the company, I ordered the Apple Vision Pros in Dawson's size, because if you don't know, you have to face scan your face to make them fit your face right. So I got Dawson's Apple Vision Pros approved through Sean and ordered them. Now when they finally got here a couple weeks later, I was walking through the hallways with the Apple Vision Pros in my hand, and one of the employees that's pretty important at the company saw me walking around with them, and I said, "Please tell me those aren't for Dawson." And I said, "They are." And this employee told me he's already been told no like 3 times and mumbled something along the lines of, "Someone's gonna get fired for this," which is a pretty typical response at the company when people make mistakes that big. Now, if you saw my previous video, you know I wasn't fired for this.
And Amoya responds, "That's obviously a friendly video joking." Click says, "Haha, the greed is great in this guy." Dogpack404 then responds to Drama Alert and says, "They promised to reimburse my travel expenses, then refused. Is that professional? They used CGI to fake their philanthropy. Is that professional? They kept multiple known P-words on payroll. Is that professional? Also, you said MrBeast was gonna respond. What happened to that?" Craven Moorhead responds, "Dude had his daughter drawn in corn, but still rides Jimmy's dong. Sad how money can buy you back, even when it's your own daughter drawn for exploitation. Sick fuck accepted money to be a PR agent for Jimmy. You think he had no clue who Shad was? Come on, do better, father." And Big Dad GigaChad responds, "To be fair, Jimmy was roommates with the guy that did that. He was friends with the guy that did that. Behind the scenes is probably still his bro, but Jimmy did not do that himself. Sure, he hired him, gave him a lot of power and money, but Jimmy isn't the weirdo. Chris Tyson is." Benny G says, "Wouldn't it take more effort to fake their philanthropy than to actually do it?" And Dogpack replies, "Not when they're lying about building a hospital. Did Drama Alerts not report on this? I wonder why." And then attaches 2 images, the first one which is broken into 2 parts, where it says Dan Mace's video at the top, and then it says where's the rest of the building behind the pillar in MrBeast video, and then attaches this image at the bottom that says MrBeast video, again pointing to the pillar, and then the second image that has 2 parts, top says more CGI stuff apart from the removed building, pointing to CGI decay, CGI moss, more CGI decay, and then the second part pointing out more CGI decay and CGI trash for good measure. Reality is Content says, "Bro brought the receipts." Forced to create an account responds, "Oh no, they edited it to make it more appealing to attract more viewers." Then Dogpack separately tweets out, "I don't think he's fighting back," and quote tweets an old post from September 4th where Keemstar said this about MrBeast.
"And I will tell you, MrBeast in fact is going to respond, and we should have that this week."
Comment Cop replies, "You first, big dog," and shows that on August 23rd, Dogpack said, "We'll post within the next week for sure though." Red Bearded Ninja says, "Lol, Keem lied. Shocker." Bald News replies, "Yeah, that was weeks ago." Vitio says, "It doesn't even matter if he does it or how good the response is at this point. The fact that he's just casually uploading videos and promoting new trash food during all of this is proof he doesn't give a shit about anything. No one should take his response seriously, if he does one." Then Dogpack404 puts out this image, which shows that MrBeast acknowledged him and decided to block him. A man replies, "No one cares, little bro, just move on already." The Amazing Owen says, "Damn, right at the moment MrBeast blocked, a new video was uploaded." Bindi It's Over says, "He's trying his hardest to ignore the allegations." Firestrike replies, "Well, here's the tweet if you want to see it," showing that right after this, MrBeast tweeted out, "One of the funniest videos we've done in a while. Go watch," and attaches an image of him with a bunch of YouTubers like Gideon, Aisha Speed, Kai Sanat, etc., all hanging out for a video. Ono responds, "Remember when we all thought MrBeast was the living embodiment of good? Instead, he's just an average millionaire." Rosanna Panzino quote tweets Dogpack and says, "Hey, Dogpack, you want to film that collab we've been talking about?" And Dogpack replies, "Only if we can also film this," and attaches an image of Rosanna Panzino in a fake thumbnail that says, "I tried every flavor of Galaxy Gas." And then he says, "Galaxy Gas is a cool new baking product used to make flavored whipping creams." And then he follows up by saying, "Oh my goodness, I just found out that hooligans are misusing Galaxy Gas as drugs. I absolutely do not condone using Galaxy Gas for anything other than making flavored whipped creams." Perpy replies, "This is so cringe, man." That surprise witness says, "Wait, I'm back. Can I be in the collab too?" Hovers over the buy ticket to Rosanna's studio button. Rosanna Panzano then tweets out that she was also blocked by MrBeast and says, "I guess this means he isn't interested in the new info I found. MrBeast was following me up until now. Is his Twitter comeback imminent?" And Tyler responds, Still amazes me that through everything, he still has not addressed any allegations personally. Still promoting new videos though, SMH. Dante says, good thing we found some new info about him last night. Looking bad for Jimbo. Angelica Reed responds, crazy how he just keeps making money while talking about nothing. Joshua replies, what did you expose? And Panna says that he's an awful person who doesn't care about the safety of others. But MrBeast didn't just block Dogpack and Rosanna, he also took to Twitter and started following various drama YouTubers. Like when Smaggle tweets out, this isn't an edited photo. MrBeast really did follow Nick Diorio. If he somehow followed me, it would actually be so over. Attaching an image that MrBeast is now following Nick. Willie Maxshaw responds, bought and paid for. NetSave says, this is actually unbelievable. Ollie responds, I mean, the guy still knowingly hired people who were actively on the registered S offender records, so like, I don't think we should like MrBeast even if Dogpack says stupid shit. And that's what the internet's had to say so far. See you next episode.